That's extreme. Midnight purple. Hubcap. Jeanette. Tony. Rubber ducky. Look at that. That is stunning. Aladdin's rug. I am sold. Fantastic! Exhaust? What on earth is that? Well, this is why everyone loves the White Chaser. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to my Cobra, and we are heading to Goodwood for a retro rides event. So I've got the Cobra in. I'm actually in 3 events this weekend in this car. And the first one is retro rides at Goodwood. We're in traffic. We've got a transporter in front that's some kind of fire engine with a tricycle in the back. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of retro cars actually turn up. So I'll catch up with you once we're in the grounds of Goodwood. And in time-honoured Goodwood tradition, always check the kennels. We have a Noble M12 GTO in orange. Now that is very brave. Right, we're no longer behind that transporter, so... The Toyota says yo. Right, here we are, main entrance of Goodwood. So I am parked up in the Cobra with a whole range of retro cars around. Mine is probably the newest car here, having been built in 2005, but it's okay, I've got a 74 engine block and 88 components underneath. We are next to the slammed Toyota with the side pipe saying yo on the rear. Check out its fuel tank. And working our way down past the Volvo, past the Stager and past the 2 Evos, quite a nice pair. We of course have the white Toyota Chaser, because everyone loves a white Chaser. But if you don't love a white Chaser, there's one in black over there. And having a look at this black Chaser, that can only be described as a cannon. It sticks out about a foot, and it's almost half a foot in diameter as well. You could definitely shove your foot in there. And I wish I was roadside at the moment, because it's a bit of a motor city at the moment with all the cars arriving. I mean, there's escorts that have been sending on roundabouts from what we can hear. Metros giving up induction sounds. It's been a pretty cool sight. In fact, there's a gate there we could see. What is it? Oh, it's an E46 M3. We've got this very clean left-hand drive E30 M3 with its wheels turned for the photos, and a sunk window in the Stager 2, revealing his neat collection of bolts. We've got this very nice, very JDM slams Toyota Crown as well. He's got his purple beacon in the back too. We've got the Mini, the Astra, and a Suzuki Cappuccino. More cars are coming in. That's a big convoy. What's through the gates? We've got a Saab and a Mini. Check out the leopard print in the E36. There's an also rather unfortunate passenger who's slightly deceased. Let's... Hello? We've also got Garfield and a couple of other characters that I'm less familiar with. There's a man stood on a 911. Now, whilst there are a lot of clean cars here today, not all of them follow that same ethos, as displayed on the other side. Evening, morning? Evening. What am I like? Oh. Commotion. Dogs are arguing over fitment. And I've just noticed the very hastily painted white wall tyres on the Jag. Someone has bubbles. She has bubbles. There's another white Chaser. Here is the white Toyota Chaser number 2 of the day. Hopefully there will be even more. This one, the TRD graphics down the side, the white wheels matching the white body. Oh, he's going down to the village. I love how these micros are getting into the retro event. And here we've got a very neat lineup of BMWs. We've got the 2002 in the Marlboro livery with the twin headlights 2002, debumpered on the front, looking really ace on its Toyo Proxies, slammed on the floor as well. And then the orange E30 next door to them with an E21 after that. I'm about 6 foot and this is lower than me because there is literally no more room for it to go. That is literally on the floor. Like, when you say on the floor, normally it means just a bit low, but this is on the floor. So tempting. And this camper also gives us a chance to play a game of what's inside your car. On today's episode, we have a didgeridoo. Next door, we've got this very cool Audi coupe with a few sus elements of it, including the carbon air intake and the carbon wing mirrors as well, and the carbon fiber boot lip spoiler. We've got this olive green BMW showing off his airlift system in the boot. Even matching the green paintwork is the green wing mirror glass. And at the back of this particular car park is a car that we missed coming in. It is a gorgeous this midnight purple Toyota Mark II. So this is a Nissan colour, midnight purple, that you see on like the R33 GTRs. The colour looks absolutely smashing. And there, of course, is its single turbo 1JZ. And a new arrival here is not the greatest car in the world, it is just a Tributo. But we have spent the first part of the morning in this car park alone, which is where we've parked. And a lot of the cars are heading in, including this Lotus Cortina. However, there is so much more to the show, so we're going to head down there and see what else we can see. Oh my god! Look at the Audi A2! The A2. What was that? 300ZX, cool. We've got the yellow Goodyear tyre writing, we've got the Baby Moon hubcaps, 73, there's a ducktail spoiler on the back as well, a smoothed front grille. So far, for me, this A2 is the absolute star of the show. Pretty standard inside, other than the rear seat delete. Oh, it's more than just a little ducktail on the back. That is a proper drag-style American aluminium or aluminum spoiler for the salt flats? Who knows? Das Fliegende Antenne. And one car that I was hoping to see here is a car that I actually brought here myself, and that is another Cobra. And we just heard the V8 rumble of something, and there's another Cobra behind the Mark I MX-5. So here we have the bare aluminium-bodied AC Cobra, racket on the number plate, RAK1T. That is very cool. That pretty much trumps mine. That is now the best car here. Oh, he's going into the main paddock, I think, so we won't get a shot of mine next to him, but check out the bare aluminium shell of the Cobra. We've got an R33 here as well. This one sounds pretty fruity, and a Civic with yellow headlights. What are we thinking, guys? Sounds through the tunnel? It's tradition here. Will he succumb to it? Yes. He's got a wicker basket. This Mitra's got another purple beacon in the back. It's got twin pipes out the rear, and he's got his girlfriend on the side. I'm going to call her Jeanette. It also begins a sticker showcase. One smoky boy. Well, you'll come fast. Thick thighs save lives. So scare. In front of the Micra is a Lotus Elan Spec Mark I Mazda MX-5, looking pretty happy to see us. This is quite a cool section over here. There's also another boosted barge in the form of this Aristo, with his luxurious cup holders on the dashboard, curtains in the rear, and another purple beacon. And these two cars behind me, the Austin A30 and the Austin Healey Sprite, are both owned by the same chap, and he will later be taking me out in his Cadillac V8 powered race car around the circuit. Okay, this mic was a bit of fun. Initially you will notice the extreme camber on the front that is tucked in. Sorry, no money for BBS. But more importantly, on the rear is the exhaust, which has been welded into with a spanner and is actually taller than me. There it goes. A 2 to 3 meter tall exhaust out the Micra. I have to put the camera at an angle to fit this all in. That's extreme. We've also got the suede red velvet dashboard and the deep pile carpet with the seats leaning all the way back, part of the vibe. And coming from the Bozazuku vibes of the Micra, if you want Bozazuku, check this out. This is the self-proclaimed high-speed noisemaker. Let's go. There's a bit of a Sylvia section over here, starting with this extreme Nissan S14 with a large spoiler on the rear. It is next to the PS13, and just over there is Jordan's S15, which is behind this hot rod with the little rubber ducky on the front. Do these count as one-spoke wheels on the bread van? Someone has brought along their modified Mercedes SLK with the knockoff spinners. I don't know if they're knockoff spinners or real knockoff spinners. They have a man's face in the middle of them. Hello, mister. He looks like a Tony. I like the hand-painted number plate that's integrated in the design of the paint job of the SLK. That's a pretty cool looking build. He's next to the Mark II Escort in green, and beyond the RS2000 is the Mark III Supra white with the purple rear end and a slammed Jag. There is a bit of a Hillman Imp section with a sunbeam that is snuck in. This one's called Stan. Oi, oi. I love this, a TVR Griffith in red. He is parked next to a Mark II MX-5. It's so sparkly. And a Golf with a go-kart on the roof. Oh, we've got some proper touring car vibes from this Ford Mondeo. Parked next to the Toyota Supra. We've got one of the cleanest cars of the day in the form of this Mark I Golf. That was... ooh, sounded like an RB. I think we should be over there. That sounds like an E46. Oh, it's an Alfa Romeo GTA. Oh, is that a Cobra? I want to go out on track now. And at the other side of the circuit is a section that I have been looking forward to seeing, the retro supercar section with the GTA 1300 Junior at the front. So we start off with the Ford GT40. We've got the De Tomaso Pantera GT5S, which is next to another GT5S and a GT5. Then we've got the 911 Targa and the Honda NSX. We've also got a Harlequin Polo coming through, and the chap is dressed to match his car. And here are the two aluminium bodied Cobras, Racket, the one we saw coming in, and the other one that was on track earlier, sounding pretty immense. I'd love to get mine next to these two. Okay, into the main paddock, we've got some of the competitors of the day, including a trio of Renault 5s. And oh look, another Renault 5 in a very vibrant shade of blue. And what are we saying on this?
GT Turbo Max Power.
Yes, very much so. We've even got the Max Power sticker on the rear. We've got the dimmer body kit with vents that don't vent. Even the side vents don't vent. Look at that, Testarossa style, dimmer style. I suppose they don't need to, it's front engine, so
Exactly.
it's all for show. E86 rolling past all of the track cars in the paddocks, including a TVR Cobra over there. And another De Tomaso Pantera. This one looks like it's also got the GT5 wide arches as well. Not the GT5S, because they are more kind of blended in with the body, but that is stunning. I love a De Tomaso. It's got the Ford Windsor V8 with Italian styling. And talking of Italian styling, we've got the Lancia Delta Integrale, World Rally Champion. We've got a carbon bonnet on the E30, and check out this 205 Cabriolet, GTI vibes. That looks really cool with the roll cage in the back. And here are some more of the cars that are ready to go out on track today, including the Austin Maestro van that did sound engine swapped earlier. So here is the HWM that I will be experiencing later as passenger next to a Honda Beat. We've got the 2CV, we've got the Golf wide body, and another Suzuki Cappuccino, side pipes, and only one seat, a proper track car with no friends, and a Renesis rotary powered Escort with front mounted side pipes. There we go, another modified micro with a headlight cover on one side, Coke branding on the rear. There's a diesel doing a sound check in the paddock, and another white chaser. Oh no, that's the one we saw coming earlier, I think. This woman has brought her cats with her in some kind of chest mounted cage. Right, let's check out the engine of this beast. Oh, let's go around the rear. Right, let's check out the engine of this beast. Oh, it's located somewhere in that box. The truth has been spoken. This Mazda 121 is one of the weirdest looking things to ever come out of Japan. He's also got a purple beacon. That's the theme of the day. And Aladdin's rug on the dashboard. We've also got the externally mounted oil cooler on the Mazda next to this beautiful blue Audi. Oh yeah, no, there are no headlights. You'd think you'd probably have to take the light out for that to make much of an effect. I'd say it's probably likely to be a track car, as is this E36 with its LED bar mounted on the front. The variety here is super as ever. We've got more wild and wonderful 2CVs. This one's got the orange tinted windows to match the paintwork. That sums up a lot of today's cars. Check out the supercharged G60 Corrado with its wide body and the wild diffuser with the single exit exhaust. Oh, there's also this Ford 100, which is again properly on the floor. The wheels are tucked into those arches, and the star of the show. That, of course, is the exhaust. And then one of my favourites, the Austin Heady Frog Eye Sprite with ITBs. The beauty of the classic Escort game in the scene is how clean that they can get them. Check out that interior, the modern dashboard, and obviously the tucked wires under the bonnet. That is incredible. The E36 has a V8 and has been doing a noise test. Is that liquid yellow under the bonnet? Oh, it's an LS Corvette engine in the E36. Next to a Safi, also engine swapped, the large spoiler too. It's doing sound checks. Right, so a wrapped F40 has just turned up. We were just checking out some of the cars in the paddock and I looked up, saw the headlights, thought, oh there we go, a matte grey Ferrari F40 has turned up at Retro Rise with paddle up and obviously a GR Yaris behind as well. That was nice. There we go, I am sold. So the Paddle Up F40 is drawing quite a crowd. Marshals are enjoying the luxurious interior of the F40. I obviously mean that ironically next to the Cobra and the rest of the Supercars. So cars are getting ready to go out on track for the afternoon session. That is my chariot for a bit later on. And here is the Mazda RX-8 engined Renesis rotary Ford Escort with the front-mounted side vibes. Absolutely wild. So here is the HWM. We're going to go out on the sighting lap, and it doesn't have doors.
It's got a door.
It's got a door. It's got the single door conversion. Do I just kind of be careful with the... There we go. So this will be just a sighting lap for now. Joining the Goodwood circuit. Everyone's watching. This is fantastic! So we're currently in convoy with the cars that are going out for the session. It's very windy, very hard to film, but it's quite the experience. We've got the little MG midget in front of us too. But there we have it, a short parade around the Goodwood circuit. It's very windy in here. Oh, there's another lap. Fair enough. So that was just the sighting lap that I was allowed to film. I'm going to go out for a full experience, but I won't be allowed to film that, unfortunately. But that gives you an idea of the Cadillac V8 powered HWM that I just went out in. Thanks to Richard Warmer for the experience. So there it is, the HWM. Oh, an immense car. That is a one-off. It's got the Cadillac 5.5 litre V8. There's a tree. It's been driven by Sterling Moss, and Richard has taken me out in Goodwood. We were sideways most of the time, and even told to kind of tone it down a little bit. So I wish I could have brought you with me, but sometimes it's just good to put the camera down and enjoy an experience, and I hope you understand that. So we're going to now hopefully head to the main car park and see what's in there, because I have seen a picture of something that I really want to show you. So we're now in the field where the public park, and there's an E36 next to a very vibrant S14 looking really nice. These aren't actually the cars that I've come here to see, but it's very nice to see them. Had a bit of a love tap there with a wall that's been used to the extreme. Alfa Romeo GT, like those when they came out. Oh my, what on earth is that? Some kind of boosted barge? I want to say Vanessa, but no, it's Verosa, Toyota Verosa. Not actually heard of that, don't fight me for it. We have an R32 over there. Someone's just pop started their car, like key bashing, I don't know. The R32 is still not the car we've come here to see, but looks pretty nice with the bronze deep dish wheels. I like that a lot. But we're going this way, beyond the Subaru. It's not the Subaru that we are looking at. The car that we've come all the way here to see is this Range Rover Evoque. However, it's on a Toyota Hilux chassis. It's a lifted Range Rover Evoque in various different colours. Can we call it like a grayscale Harlequin effect? So it's Toyota Hilux, running gear I suppose. The interior is still mostly Range Rover other than the gearbox that you can't really see down there. I mean, I've seen a lifted RX-8 at one of these events before. Now we have a lifted Evoque. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you not really care? You got the leaf springs there, so it's quite an old Hilux. That is something that I did not expect to see today, which is exactly why I love these events. So let's see what else we can see. I don't think much will be able to top that. That's not an Escort, it's a Caddy. There's an E46 with a wing, there's an E46 compact. Here is the yellow 300ZX that we saw earlier. Well, we didn't quite see it, but we heard it earlier. And if it was snowing, I would not be able to see this E46, but there it is in its Arctic camo. And over here, this Nissan Sunny with its JDM stripes and a very oversized wooden splitter on the front with the spotlights and the yellow headlights. There's cars driving around the road, Evo 10, little flyby, and an S15 over here next to the 1.9 205 GTI. So I imagine the roads around here have been a bit of a retro village throughout the day. Cars just driving around everywhere. It's been great sights, and oh look, there's a slammed 3 Series over there, F80. So I'm going to go back into the event as an old Sapphire drives around the roundabout and see what else I can see for the rest of the day. So now that the show parking is kind of filtering out a little bit, you can see a bit more. Oh, that really nice R30 Skyline. Oh, that looks really good. And as well as that, we've got more Buzuzuku spec exhausts. Can't remember the exact name for this, style. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you will know. It begins with a T, I think. I can't quite remember. But Buzuzuku style, little pea shooters sticking up, several foot in the air. What is that? That sounds hilarious. Again, with the JDM diagonal stripes on the rear quarter. Wing mirrors, actual wing mirrors on the actual wings rather than on the doors. Oh, what a great show. Hello, juicy boy. This is why everyone loves the White Chaser. Moods are high at the end of the day. He's having a go in the go-kart, but it's not quite as agile as it should be currently. But I'm once again back out of my car to end the day at Retro Rise here at Goodwood. So I hope you enjoyed that video. A lot of variety and a lot of really nice looking cars and very interesting builds as well to look at. So follow me on Instagram for the weekly updates and highlights and pictures from the events that I go to. But for now, thanks for watching.